I believe we have a shot for you from NASA of the monster storm. There it is. Look at that as it blankets the country, and it gives you such a good idea of why this is the other breaking news story that we're following, and that is where we begin, because several states at this point have already declared a state of emergency this morning. Airlines are canceling thousands of flights. We have team coverage for you across the country. We begin with CBS News correspondent Don Teague in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And just a warning, we were having some trouble with Don's audio because of this weather system. So I'm not sure, Don, if you can hear me or not. Don, it's Erica in New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Erica. I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear me. This is an epic blizzard for Oklahoma. You can see it is a ghost town here in Oklahoma City right now. Temperatures right now in the single digits. It is dumping snow. They're expecting something like 1.5 feet here in the city over the next few hours, and the winds are blowing 30+ miles an hour.
It's a monster storm of historic proportions. 30 states from New Mexico through New England will experience the heavy snow, ice, and sleet this winter wallop packs.
This is probably going to be one of the more disruptive storms for the United States as a whole we've seen in the last 10 to 15 years. You've got one heck of a storm.
The storm is forecast to dump as much as 2 feet of snow as it roars across the country. Oklahoma City was pummeled with high winds and several inches of snow overnight. The city could see as much as 1.5 feet of snow before this is all over. The mayor urging residents to stay off the roads. Oklahoma City has only 18 snowplows. Across the Southwest, where more ice than snow is expected, road crews prepare to salt streets, and power companies in Texas are anticipating service outages. On Monday, freezing rain and snow created icy conditions for commuters across Nebraska, the Dakotas, and much of the Midwest. Cars spun and slid as the ice caused dozens of accidents. Oklahoma, Missouri, and Illinois have already declared states of emergency. 600 National Guard troops have been activated across Missouri.
Folks should batten down the hatches and hold on. The most likely place to get hurt is out on the road.
Once the snow stops falling, the temperatures will continue to drop. A separate front bringing frigid air is right behind this storm. The blast could make it feel as cold as 50 degrees below zero from the Dakotas to parts of Texas as the winter mess moves east.
Well, that Arctic air.
And as you can tell, we're having a little trouble with Don's audio there, but obviously the picture he paints is not a pretty one for Oklahoma City or across the rest of the country. Don, thanks. We do want to check in. You heard Don mention that Illinois is one of the states who have already declared a state of emergency. Well, this could be one of the worst blizzards to ever hit Chicago, and that is where we find CBS News correspondent Dean Reynolds. Dean, how are things looking there this morning?
Good morning, Erica. Well, it looks okay so far, but we're expecting a big storm in the next few hours. In fact, as Don explained, we're expecting snow on the rate of 2 to 3 inches an hour to fall here in the Chicago area and across much of the Midwest. That's going to snarl traffic. In fact, the local meteorologist here said traffic later today and into tomorrow will be virtually impossible. Airlines are rapidly canceling flights nationwide. Right now, it's up to 3,447 flights have been canceled so far today, and 2,000 or more tomorrow. That number is probably going to go up. Airlines are offering ticketed passengers a chance to reschedule their flights in advance of the storm without penalties. And right now in the Chicago area, there's a run on shovels and snow blowers in advance of this big blizzard. Erica?
Somehow I'm not surprised with those numbers that you were throwing at us. Dean Reynolds, thank you and good luck.